Hi guys, Andy here. Let's have a look at the Dow Jones futures. For the record, today is Wednesday, January 3rd. Time is around 4 p.m. GMT. So here we are looking at the weekly chart, and my take on the Dow Jones is that we made a wave one high right here, 5 waves from the March 2020 lows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are ending here with divergence. Then we came down as a wave 2, in my opinion, here wave 2 in the higher degree. And from the wave 2 low, we started a new upward move. And so that would mean that we are actually working here on this wave 3 in the higher degree. Now, there are several ways in which this wave 3 can unfold. I will discuss this in a minute. But first of all, like as you can see, this looks quite bullish. I also want to share a bearish scenario with you. It's not my primary scenario, but from an Elliott Wave point of view, it would be a scenario that is perfectly possible. And that scenario would be that the wave 2 low here in the higher degree is not in yet, but that we make our wave 2 low somewhere here. And then what we have here, this structure here is then or will unfold as an expanded flat. The first leg down here is then a wave A in 3, 1, 2, 3. And then from here, we have an overshooting wave B. So an expanded flat structure taking out the all-time high. And so this wave B can then be subdivided in 3 waves, a wave A as an impulse. Then the structure we are seeing here is running flat as a wave B, and then again from the wave B low, we can have another impulse here as a wave C, which is then the end of this wave B. And so in order for this being an overshooting wave B, we have to stay here into this area here in red. If we go beyond the 1.236 FIB extension, then it is unlikely that this here is a wave B. So this is not my primary scenario, but it is a scenario that is possible. For now, I like to focus on bullish scenarios, and the reason is that we are clearly bullish in the higher time frame. In the Dow Jones, we are making higher highs, higher lows. So in my opinion, it makes more sense to put our attention on bullish scenarios. Okay, so far the weekly. So we could have a bearish scenario here. I like to focus on bullish scenarios. And the first bullish scenario is that the wave 2 low is in right here, that we are working on a wave 3 in the higher degree. And then there are several ways in which this wave 3 can unfold. For instance, this can be the wave 1 here, then wave 2 down, wave 2 as running flat. And so now we might be working on this wave 3. So the target area for this wave 3 is the area that we can find by taking the length of wave 1, the length of wave 2, and then the area here between the 1 and the 1.618 FIB extension is the target area for this wave 3. So here you can see in my primary scenario that I put my wave 1 right here. However, there is also an alternative scenario where we are still working on this wave 1. and then this wave 1 will probably unfold as a leading diagonal, and therefore we go to the daily chart. So as you can see here, this would be my alternative scenario where the wave 1 is still in progress and where we are working on a leading diagonal. And then what we actually have, look at the count here in red, then this is also a wave 1, but in a smaller degree. This is also the wave 2, but in a smaller degree. And then what we should have next is this impulse here is then our wave 3. Then we should expect a wave 4 pullback, and then a short fifth wave that is not longer than our third wave, and then the leading diagonal can unfold in this structure. So that's a possibility. Unfortunately, at this moment, I cannot tell you if here the scenario in green will unfold or the scenario in red. In my opinion, this is impossible to say. Like I told you, even the bearish scenario would fit the bearish scenario that I shared with you in the weekly time frame, would even fit in the structure in the data we are seeing now. So there are actually, in my opinion, three valid scenarios. So the bearish one, but the bearish one I exclude for now because of the higher high, higher low sequence in the Dow Jones. And then two scenarios where we have our wave 1 right here, or a scenario where we are still working on this wave 1 as a leading diagonal. These scenarios, in my opinion, are equally valid. I think the most important task now as traders is to focus here on this structure, because this here is an impulse, and if this structure ends, then we know that we will pull back, be it as a wave 4 in the scenario in red, be it as a wave 2 as in the scenario here in green. And actually, if I analyze on the 4-hour this upward structure here, I think that the high might be in of the structure we are seeing here. My best estimate would be that from this low here, this was our wave 1, shallow wave 2 pullback, then a shorter wave 3, shorter than usual, but this is not impossible. Your first wave can be the longest. So this here as a wave 3, shallow wave 4 pullback, and then the structure we saw here last week is our fifth wave. So the reason I think that this is possible is that we are clearly ending here with divergence. We broke the RSI trend line in our wave 4. So actually in my system, this is an potential ending impulse, or an impulse that is finished. And then if this structure is finished, there are two possibilities. First, this can be a wave 1, like I explained in the daily, and then the target area becomes this area here as a wave 2. It can also be a wave 3, and then the area for the pullback, or target area for the pullback, is this area here as a wave 4. Is it possible that the structure is not ended? Could be, but yeah, I don't really like the count here in red. So it could be that this here is our wave 1, this or wave 2, and that we then here have our wave 3, and that we still need a fifth wave. So like if this here is then this should be the wave 3 of 3, the strongest one. And then we already have strong divergence in our third wave. So that would mean if we see a new high, then I believe, the new high will only be marginal. I don't think if we get another high that we will see like a good push to the upside. I think if we see a new high, it will be a marginal new high, but actually my best estimate would be that the structure here is finished. So, and then if we have an ending structure here, like I said, then we might have a wave 4 pullback as shown here, or a wave 2 pullback as shown here. So these are the target areas according to the Fibonacci guidelines. Here the wave 2 area is the 0.5 Fib retracement, and our wave 4 area is the 0.618 Fib retracement. So these are the retracement areas, but like you see here, the Fibonacci guidelines for this structure were quite useless because the retracements were very shallow in this structure. So like if this is our wave 2, like this is not a 0.5 Fib retracement of this structure, the same here. Okay, this could be a wave 4, but again, if this was the wave 1 and this is the wave 2 retracement, very shallow retracements. So for what we have seen so far here in this structure, the retracements were kind of useless. And of course, nothing excludes that that this happens again, that we only have like a very shallow wave 2 retracement. This is possible. However, according to the guidelines, to the Fibonacci guidelines, we should go into this area for a wave 2 and into this area for a wave 4. And so normally these guidelines look quite well. Like I indicate this kind of areas on my charts, and like you see from each area, or almost each area I indicated on my chart, we have some kind of reaction. So let's see first if this structure is over, and if it is over, if we get the pullback that we should have. So then if we go to the 1 hour, we cannot really say much here. So let's first see if this structure here is really over with this high. There is still a chance that this here was our wave 3, and that we can see another 4 and a 5th wave. That's a possibility. But if that turns out, I would only expect a marginal new high. And then here on the 15 minute, we cannot really like this from the high right here. What we are seeing can be anything actually. Like this could be the beginning of an impulse down as a 1, 2, and now the 3. Could also be wave 4, like A, B, C. So therefore, we need more data. So in conclusion, let's first see if this, if we can hold the high right here. If we do not hold the high, I would expect a marginal new high, and then we should be ready to turn, in my opinion. Okay, that's it for now. If you enjoyed this analysis, please like, subscribe, comment to support my work. And I see you one of the next days for another update on the Dow Jones. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.